start this and see what happens. Hey. How you doing out there, everybody? It's your boy from Brooklyn, Chef Shannon Ambrosio, just saying it's game day. So it is game day here in the United of States. That's what it is. It's game day. So I'm going to be talking about, let's turn down the volume on this, right? I really love the bokeh on the camera, right? So I got the new lens on there, and it's not my new lens. Let's just clear that up right away. This is this camera lens was given to me by my buddy Steve Leibowitz. Yo, big shout out to Steve. What up? But that's what's going on here. It's your boy from Brooklyn. I got Thomas Mad Dog already with us, right? So I know today is Super Bowl Sunday, right? And I know, listen to me, right? Millions and millions of people are tuning in right now. Tuning in. You're tuned in right now. But right now, if you're tuned into my YouTube channel, I really want to say thank you. That's what's up, Thomas. How are you? Happy Sunday, dude. And don't worry, I didn't forget about you yet. I've just been a little busy. But I got you, brother. Don't you worry about that. Because, I got to keep your Meat Moist posse on right now. So that's what's happening. But I wanted to come on today because we're doing this whole Super Bowl thing, right? And it's Sunday, right? This is a big tradition here in America, right? So in America, we have these pastimes, right? Baseball, right? It's as American as apple pie, baseball, Chevrolet, and apple pie, right? And the whole 9 yards, right? So the idea is that here in America, here in the U.S. of the A, what's up, Mia? How are you? How's things? So in the U.S. of the A, right? We have these pastimes, baseball, football. Those are our main ones, right? Those are the things we have: baseball, football, basketball, hockey. We have a few, right? So those are kind of like the things. But football, Super Bowl Sunday is a big deal. It's just a big deal here in this country. And I know internationally soccer is probably watched. Hold on. I don't. It's chap lip season. You don't mess around. You get the chap lip. Yep. And you know me, I be talking too much. So that's what happens. Got to get the Chapit stick on there. Get the Carmex is the good one right there. So football, right, is this pastime that we have here in America. And basically, this is the only country that plays that sport, right? I guess that's our sport, football, for whatever it's worth. And everybody out there, I know I'm going to get all these international things, right? Yo, Jimmy Daly says, yo, what up, Jim? And I know people are going to be like, well, football, our American football is not really like what they call football in the rest of the country, I guess, in Europe just in general, right? Because they named their game soccer that we call soccer. They named that football, right? And it's, listen to me, don't get me wrong. It's aptly named, right? So it's aptly named because you do use your feet to kick the ball around. So football makes a lot more sense than what we do, right? Football, we call football, I guess, because we kick the ball off and then kick it for the field goal, right? For the extra point. So football, but I'm sure there's some football fans out there that are going to school me to what it really means and whatever it's worth. But in case you don't know, for me, internationally, when you talk about soccer, right, and they call it football, I'm like, might as well just call it kickball, right? Because we played kickball in school when I was a kid, right? And you got the ball, threw it on the floor, and it was kickball. You kicked it around. So don't get upset. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, that thing that they kick the ball on the floor, it's called kickball. That's what I call it. So if you don't want to call our American sport football, because you guys call your sport football, I'm not calling soccer anymore. From now on, it's called kickball. So don't get upset and don't get into a tizzy. That's just the long and short. And it brings me to our discussion and what I think about today when I think about football and I think about home teams. I think about the idea of home team and what it means to you, what it means to me, whether it has the same meaning, but the understanding of it to me seems to reign true no matter where you are, right? And that is nationally and internationally for whatever it's worth. Because when you think about home team, I always think about the idea of the country I'm in, right? And where I'm from. So I'm from here. This is my home team. I wear these colors, okay? This is my home team. Regardless of my, inclination for the game football that's being played today, 6-1 to me, half dozen another, means all the same, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent. How you believe in your sport is up to you. But for me, the idea of what it means here in America is that this is our home team. What's happening today of all days, right? Super Bowl Sunday, which is kind of recognized in the entire country because that is our sport. It's our home team. So for all you folks out there who are watching these games today and rooting for the team that you want, whether it's you live in that state and that's your actual home team or not, the game itself, the sport itself has been introduced here. We have made football what it is. And for that reason, my home team, who I root for every year, is us. That these games and these traditions and the things that we follow, being our home team and home team advantage, okay, is the fact that we get to do these things together as a whole, as an entire country. You talk to anybody today, and most people will tell you that they're watching the Super Bowl. And they're doing that not necessarily for the idea of the game and the sport that's being played. It's the idea that it reigns true of tradition for us as a country, us as people who reside here, who choose to be here at this given moment in time, right? Because at any time and at any point in our lives, once we are free to move around, we can and will move anywhere you want. So you can make your home team not necessarily the home where you were born, but you can make your home team anywhere. And isn't that the great thing about this planet and this thing that we are all on that's spinning around in this empty space? Is that the planet doesn't really belong to any one person. It belongs to us all. Where you choose to call your home team still belongs to you. It still belongs to the person who decides where and who they're going to root for and when they're going to root for them. Right? Isn't that a wonderful thing? Isn't that a great thing that here in this country of America, people get to play a sport and do it as a career and do it as something that gives us here in this country a worldwide, a countrywide. It's a tradition that we chose, us as a collective, not the government, not any other place on this planet. Us as Americans, as true as we are to who we are and where we are. Right now, we are all choosing to watch this game that is only played here. And we are choosing to root for our home team, the one we choose, the one we want, not the one that the collective said that we had to believe would win, or ridicule us if we didn't all root for the same team. How great is that? How great is that as a country that we decided at some point that we get to make our own home team, no matter where it is and no matter who it is? Isn't that crazy? It's a wonderful thing. It truly is. And that's why I know the understanding of rooting for your home team means a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But for me, the understanding that my home team is here and it's where I choose to stay. So it's the one that I always root for. I'm always rooting for these colors. I'm always rooting for the people that are under these colors. So if you feel your home team is not here and you feel your home team is somewhere else and you do not want to play this sport that us Americans, us, all of us, every single one of us has decided and declared that you athletes out there can decide to play this game and we will cherish and honor you. But it's because you play for the home team. That's what you do. You play for the home team. This is something that was done here to make sure that everybody, no matter what you choose to do, or no matter who you choose to root for, or who you choose to be your leader and the team that you are on, that's what you root for. You choose that. And to me, that's a wonderful thing. So it is a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl that we all decided to be in at the same time. This will be the most watched television program. I wish mine was. Hey, don't do that right there. Don't laugh at what I just said. But to me, that's what today means. The Super Bowl today means that I get to root for my home team, the one I want, the one I choose, the one that makes me happy, that makes the things different for me, that creates the traditions that I want to be part of. So today, on this Super Bowl Sunday, remember who your home team is. Remember the home team. Remember the one that gave you the choice and the decision to decide what team you wanted to be on. How great is that? That's a wonderful thing. It truly is. Freedom is a hard thing to come by, in this day and age especially. And it's getting harder and harder to understand that here in this country, we all do possess the same freedoms, all simultaneously. Especially in this day and age, when we have all spent years and years and years, hundreds and thousands of them, amongst all of us, fighting for the idea to be free, to decide and to choose who our home team will be. So when you think of your home team, really understand that it's yours and you made it. You on that team, no matter what. So decide how you want to be part of the team. And decide, if that's right for you. But the rest of the teams and the rest of the people get the same choice and the same freedoms. So whether your team is winning or losing, it does not give you the opportunity to jump ship when things are hard. It allows you to recognize that in the hard times and the good times, if we all rooting for our home team, the one we're on, we'll all be okay. Believe me, we will. We will. We don't have to think about something being better or different somewhere else. We already know it is because it's not here. So your choice is, if you're on the home team, you're on the home team. And if you're not on the home team, you get to choose another one. That's a wonderful thing about being free. That's the wonderful thing about freedom. And I just absolutely love that idea of the home team, right? Because the idea of the concept, it doesn't just mean athletic-wise or sports, even though I'm using that analogy, even though we all use that analogy, right? When a home team, and it can be work. It could be a relationship. It could be all of those things, friendships, families. It can be all of them. The home team is the one that you decided to be on. And if you don't decide to be on that team anymore, then you get the choice to be on another team. It's kind of a wonderful thing that we all get to choose here, and the freedoms that we all have and all possess. But your home team means a lot of things. And you should be part of the team constantly, not just when it's easy and convenient. It's the easy thing to do, right? We all like the winner. We all want to be on the winning side when we think the winner's going to happen, right? It's hard to stay true with your home team when things aren't so good and things don't work out like you think they should. But the idea is that the home team that you're on needs to be the one that you fight for, right? So when you think about those things, when we get up and we talk about freedoms and we talk about all these things and the flag that gets flown here in this country and the people that are out there fighting for freedoms in any way, shape, or form, and it doesn't matter to me, even if you're not military, the idea of this is that it happens on both fronts, right? It happens out there on the front line, and it also happens here, interior, to make sure that we as people unite and stay that way, regardless or irregardless of what we think Big Brother may have in mind for us, is that we all understand that we're on the home team, and we make up the team. Like we, us, as the people, we, the people, we make up the team. They don't make up the team. The coaches are great. They're on the sidelines kind of giving us guidance as to where to go and how to do things sometimes. But in the end, the result belongs to us. The team itself belongs to us. The decisions we decide to make and how we interact with them. My pops used to say to me, right? I could be your trainer inside the gym, and I can give you the tools and explain to you what I know about what I've done. But I am not the one out there on the line or in front of everybody else doing those things, performing those tasks, and being part of the home team. I'm kind of watching. So it's your decision, yours, how you take and you use the things that we give you. But it's not up to me to make the choice of the decision for you for what you want to do at that given time. That's yours. So the same thing as us as individuals, as we the people, if we agree or disagree with things that are happening, it's up to us to make the change and the difference as to what we want to see as a whole for everybody. When they wrote these things, you know, declarations of independence and Bill of Rights and all of these things, right? It wasn't the idea that, you know, it's a for now thing, right? It's, in other words, when they decided to write, you know, the Constitution and all these things, they didn't give particulars as to one person over another, one race over another, one religion over another, different cultural statuses, financial statuses. It didn't exist then. The idea of the commonality of the people was the reasoning behind all of this. We sought out, oh my goodness, solace. We sought out these things. That's the reason we tried somewhere else. And these things, you know, when they made the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all these things, they did it for us as a home team, collectively. How you exercise them is important. How you decide how you want to go about figuring out what these things mean to you is important, because it's your choice. It belongs to you. And it has to, right? It has to belong to you. So when I think about these things, right? And we think about them, right? When they wrote them, we the people was the first words inside of this document that they decided that was for us. We the people of the United States, in order for a more perfect union. That means everybody. That doesn't just mean the wealthy. It doesn't just mean one type of person, one hierarchical status of a person. It doesn't mean any of those things. It doesn't mean one culture or multiple cultures. It means everybody. It means that we all have this pursuit. John Locke, Thomas Jefferson. I know people may not agree 100% maybe with the way things were back then and the back end of all these things. But the truth is this: the words were written for everyone. These cannot be disputed. They cannot. They were written. It is the difference between us being, civilized and uncivilized, is the written word and the comprehension of what it means. The idea that things and people tend to twist them for their advantage. Kudos. If you want to spend that much time trying to figure out why these things mean the same for everybody else, then it's you who's twisted, not us, as we the people. We the people have the life and liberty for the pursuit of happiness. That is the truth. That is the founding words of this country, of the entire country, not just for one person, for everybody. So I say, if you don't feel right about something and you don't know how to go about expressing yourself for whatever reason it may be, think about these words, understand them, take them out and read them. Read them 100 times if you have to. Because the understanding of what you are and who you are as a collective, us as a collective, right? The whole country, not just, it's great. I get to take a drink without having to stare at everybody. But the idea is we tend to have this opinion and this idea in our heads of what we think they may mean. And that's okay. But to the point of this is that it has to be said for everybody. That's why it was there. That's why it was written. That's the reason for these things to be happening. They're happening because they're letting us know now is that we all need to get a little bit smarter about what and who we are collectively as a whole, our home team. What we do here is not a decision for them to make. It's a decision for us to make. They can give us ideas of what they want to do. But if you read these things and you read the Constitution and you read even all the amendments and all these ideas of these changing of bills and laws, if you still read them and you understand them, it still works for everybody. And unless you stand up and voice yourself, because that was the idea of what was happening here, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom. Do you hear the key word in this one? This is not a hard concept to grasp, everybody. Freedom. It's the freedom for everybody. Not for some, not for a few, but for everyone. That's my message. Those freedoms belong to you. You need to exercise them constantly so that everybody understands that we all have the same freedoms. Because if not, we're not part of the home team anymore. We're looking for another home team. And maybe you want to be on another team, but that's okay too. So, like I said before, and I don't know, but this here, what you see here, this is my home team. This is my home team. This is what I choose to call my home team. So today, on this day, that everybody has this understanding that we're all watching football, whatever our differences or indifferences may be at this given time. I tell you the one thing that's true. We all will be sitting, talking, celebrating, eating with anybody who's watching football. An American pastime. It's the truth. And it's probably watched more places than just here. But understand your home team belongs to you, right? So if there's a friend that you can support, and I use this analogy a lot, root for your home team. Celebrate with your home team. If there's somebody you know that's doing something, rather than somebody you don't know doing something, you should support them. No matter what. No matter what it is. So, here's where I do all my shameless plugs. And you're going to get them, right? So, you know who's getting the GOAT today? Let me tell you who's getting the GOAT today. The GOAT today goes out to anybody who thinks that this day here hasn't been brought to you by your home team. It has. It's brought to you by your home team. So don't get the GOAT. Celebrate your home team for this idea of today, because collectively it's brought us together with a tradition. It's part of the Constitution. It's that we here get to create our own traditions. If not, we'd all be watching soccer right now. All right? So say thank you. It's the least you can do. Just letting you know. If not, we'd all be playing kickball. And I don't think we wanted to do that. But that's my message today, folks. You know how I feel. Please. Did it ring? Ring that bell so you get notified when I put a video up on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. Believe me when I tell you, be part of my home team, will you? It's not they're not hard, right? So if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel here, there's a couple of other YouTube channels I have. The links are in the description below. And also in the description below, if you got any comments or you want to say anything to me, or you think your home team's better than mine, by all means, put it in the comments below. We'll open the discussion. That's what's up right there. And for all you folks out there that want to follow me on social media, I'm on all those things over there. There's links down below, so go follow if you want. All right? Just do that one right there. And if you liked my discussion today and you're rooting for the same home team, give me a thumbs up right there. All right, just throw a thumbs up. Either one of them will do. It doesn't matter. Just none of the other fingers, you know what I mean? Let's try and keep that to a minimum. But hey, if you want to do that too. It's up to you. And listen to me. If you find anybody they may find me totally hilarious, you know how to do it, right? You share this out with them right there, because everybody needs a good laugh every once in a while. That's the truth. And you'll find my podcast on all these other platforms down here on this, on this side. Over here, hold on, I got to move my hand again. There we go, right there on this side, right here. You'll find my podcast link where you can listen to just the audio, right? Because maybe after a while you get tired of looking at me, right? Who knows, right? Who am I to judge anybody? And
oh my God, who the hell cares?
Let me tell you who cares. I care. And that's why I'm doing this. I try to get on here as often I can, as often as I can, right? It's another thing we did here in this country. We kind of got rid of certain consonants and vowels if they didn't make much sense to us. So give us some credit, all right? We created a whole new number system. I don't know if it's the right one, but it's ours, right? And that's the way it goes.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, it is ours, and there is none of that going on right there.
My God, are you still talking?
But not for long. I won't be talking much longer. Just wanted to come on today to say, I hope everybody's home team wins today. And I don't know whose home team it is, and whatever it's worth, I'm just glad that we created traditions here in my home team. This is my home team. If you choose your home team, then you should root for them. And if you don't choose your own home team, you can't not root for them, if you understand what I mean. So, folks, I gotta go. You know my message, and that's every day. We got the big biceps over there. Every day is a good day. And if you give a smile, you gonna get a smile. Give a bunch of them smiles out there, folks. We all need them. Believe me, we do. We all need them, and we all want them. So root for the home team. And that's it, folks. I gotta go.